I direct that quorum bell be rung for 10 minutes.
The quorum bell has been rung at the National Assembly this morning, and according to the directives by the Deputy Speaker, currently presiding over the business of the National Assembly, is that a particular quorum bell should be rung for 10 minutes to give members of the National Assembly some leeway to make their way into the chamber this morning to allow the House commence business this morning. This directive on quorum has been guided by the House Standing Orders number 34, subsection 1, that guides the House upon the commencement of business on matters quorum. According to the Standing Orders of the National Assembly, we need at least 50 members to be in the chamber this morning for the commencement of business presided over by the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Gladys Boss. Before I handed you over to the live proceedings of the chamber, I was just taking you through the highlights in the order of business this morning, where the House is set to consider the Higher Education Loans Board Amendment Bill proposed by Honorable Joyce Kamene. The House is set to resume debate on this afternoon. This bill is seeking to amend the Higher Education Loans Board Act of 1995. The objective of the bill is to amend the Higher Education Loans Board of this is Higher Education Loans Board Act number 3 of 1995 to expressly provide that the Higher Education Loans Board shall not deny a loan to a student who has not attained the age of 18 years. The amendment further provides that any student who applies for an education loan and who is under the age of 18 years shall be required to have his or her parents or guardians are co-signatories to the loan agreement so as to ensure that the validity of the loan agreement is in place. According to the sponsor of this bill, this will ensure that university students who have not attained the age of 18 years and who do not yet have national identification cards are allowed to access higher education loans. The amendment will thus ensure that loans are accessible to all eligible university students despite their age. The bill by Honorable Joyce Kamene does not delegate legislative powers and does not limit fundamental rights of freedom. And this bill does not concern county governments in terms of Article 109, subsection 5 of the Constitution, as it does not contain provisions that may affect the functions and the powers of the county governments as yet are set out in the 4th schedule of the Constitution. The move of this bill goes on to outline that universities and other institutions of higher learning is a function of the national government as provided in Part 1 of the 4th schedule of the Constitution, and this does not in any way interfere with the affairs of the county government. Well, away from the proposals in the Higher Education Loans Amendment Bill, the House this morning is set to consider the report of the financial statement of state corporations in Nyanza region. This is a motion by the Chairperson Public Investment Committee on Matters Governance and Education. The committee, through its chair, is seeking to have the House adopt the report of the Public Investments Committee on Governance and Education on its examination of the reports of the Auditor General on the financial statements of state corporations, that is in the Nyanza region, for the financial year 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2020-2021, the committee having laid its report on the table of the House on the 25th day of July 2024. The Political Parties Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 35 of the year 2022 is lined up for consideration this morning. We will be expecting members of the National Assembly to make their contributions in regards to various amendments proposed in the Political Parties Amendment Bill. This is National Assembly Bills number 35 of the year 2022, and this bill is by the Vice Chairperson, Procedure and House Rules Committee. Equally, this morning, the Equalization Fund Administration Bill, this being a bill originating from the Senate, Bill number 14 of the year 2023 by the Chairperson, Departmental Committee on Matters Finance and National Planning, is lined up for consideration this morning. Person to Standing Orders of the National Assembly. Standing Orders number 44, subsection 2C. Number of members of Parliament are set to request for statements. Honorable Bernard Kitur, the Member of Parliament for Nandi Hills constituency, is set to request for a statement on the status of illegal organ harvesting in Eldoret City. The statement on illegal harvesting of organs in Eldoret City will be handled by the National Assembly Departmental Committee on Matters Health. Honorable Mashua Waithaka, the Member of Parliament for Kiambu, will be requesting for a statement on the status of internet connectivity in ICT hubs within Kiambu constituency, and the request for statement will be handled by the Committee on Matters Information and Innovation. The House Committee on Administration and Internal Security will be handling the request for statement on security situation in the areas of Tarbaj constituency. This statement will be sought by Honorable Hussein Abdibare, the Member of Parliament for Tarbaj. And finally, under Standing Orders number 44, subsection 2C, Honorable Omar Ngunyi closes that chapter. The Member of Parliament for Changamwe is set to request a statement on the grievances by employees of Ashton Apparel EPZ Limited and Mombasa Apparel EPZ Limited. The statement that will be sought by Honorable Omar Ngunyi, the Member of Parliament for Changamwe, will be tackled by the Departmental Committee on Matters Labour. This morning, we equally expect the National Assembly to debate the motion on the alleged unfair trade practices by foreign investors in Kenya. This is a motion by the Chairperson, Departmental Committee on Matters Trade, Industry and Cooperatives, and the Chair seeks to have the House adopt the report of the Departmental Committee on Matters Trade, Industry and Cooperatives on the inquiry into the alleged unfair trade practices by foreign investors in Kenya. The Committee on Matters Trade, Cooperatives and Industries
5 minutes
report on the table of the House on the 7th March 2024. I gather that the Deputy Speaker has added an extra 5 minutes to the members yet to make their way into the chamber this morning to do exactly that, to allow the House to commence business this morning. And these directives given under Standing Orders number 34 guide the House on matters quorum when the House is commencing business. According to the Standing Orders on matters quorum, the directive of the bell ringing for 5 and 10 minutes have already been given. And upon the lapse of the extra minutes that have been given by the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Gladys Boss, currently presiding over the business of the National Assembly, is that if there's still no quorum present, the